Some cars get you from A to B. Some cars make a statement every single time you arrive. The BMW X3 has been doing the second thing for over 2 decades, and the 2026 version is the most complete one yet. But is it actually worth the premium? At this price, your money needs to work. Today, we find out if it does. Welcome back to LS Performance, and this is the 2026 BMW X3 xDrive. Let's go. The BMW X3 is a mid-size premium SUV that's been in production since 2003. This is the 4th generation, and it's sitting in one of the most competitive segments on the market right now, going up against the Mercedes GLC, the Audi Q5, the Volvo XC60. These are all serious established names, and the X3 has been outselling most of them consistently for years. That doesn't happen by accident. There's a reason people keep coming back to this badge. We're going to find out exactly what that reason is. The 2026 X3 has a significant facelift. BMW definitely listened because the previous generation's oversized kidney grille got dialed back. What you got now is a new, cleaner, more proportionate front end. It's slim, adaptive, and also has LED headlights. A wider, more sculpted bonnet, 19-inch alloys as standard, with 20-inch available on higher trims. The side profile is classic X3, muscular wheel arches, a slightly raked roofline, and a stance that looks planted without being aggressive. The 2026 X3 xDrive20d, which is the diesel variant and the volume seller in our market. It runs a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo diesel, producing 150 kilowatts and 400 newton meters of torque. That torque figure is important. You feel it from the low RPM. It pulls cleanly, confidently, and especially without any drama. The power goes through an 8-speed steptronic automatic gearbox, one of the best in the segment, and to all 4 wheels via BMW's xDrive all-wheel drive system. And I will say, the xDrive system is one of the best all-wheel drive systems out there. It does 0 to 100 in 7.9 seconds, and that is genuinely quick for a family SUV. The fuel consumption is rated at around 5.6 to 6.2 liters per 100 on the diesel especially. In real-world mixed driving, expect 7 to 8 liters, and the tank is 65 liters in terms of the size. The real-world range of around 800 to 850 kilometers on a full tank, and that number is excellent. The ground clearance is 204 millimeters, better than most of its direct competitors. Comfortable on gravel roads, not built for serious off-road, but more capable than people give it credit for. In terms of safety, it has a Euro NCAP 5-star rating, 6 airbags as standard, automatic emergency braking, lane keep assist, blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert, front and rear parking sensors with a camera, and that all-wheel drive system that gives you the all-weather confidence. And this is where the X3 earns its premium badge, because you get inside this car and the gap between it and the volume brands become immediately obvious. The 2026 X3 gets BMW's curved display, a single curved housing combining a 12.9-inch infotainment touchscreen and a 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster. It runs BMW's iDrive 8 system, which is genuinely one of the better operating systems in the industry right now. It's very responsive, logical, and it learns your preferences over time. You get wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, wireless charging as standard, ambient lighting with 40 color options. It sounds gimmicky until you're driving at night and realize, hey, it actually transforms the cabin atmosphere. The materials are where you feel the price. Soft touch surfaces everywhere your hands land. The steering wheel is very much leather, perfectly weighted with haptic touch controls. The seats on the higher trims are Vernasca leather. Veronaska leather. Very supportive, well bolstered, and genuinely comfortable on long drives. This is not a car that punishes you after 2 hours on the road. Rear passenger space is adequate, but not generous. If you're regularly carrying tall adults in the back, they'll manage, but they'll know they are in the back. Boot space is 570 liters as standard. You fold the rear seats and you get 1,600 liters. For a family that actually uses their SUV as an SUV, those numbers are excellent. One honest note is that the iDrive8 system, it's all quality, has a learning curve, but if you're coming from a simpler system, you should give yourself 2 weeks before you judge it. Takes a while. The 2026 xDrive X3 starts from 850,000 Namibian dollars, and you can push it to close to $1 million depending on the trim. If you finance that for 12% interest over 72 months, which is 6 years for those that don't know, with a 10% deposit, expect to pay around about 15,000 Namibian dollars a month. This only includes a single full tank and the finance itself. In terms of insurance, in terms of maintenance, in terms of service plans, yes, those are calculations you'll have to slot in by yourself. So after all that, where does the BMW X3 xDrive actually land? It's the benchmark for a reason. The driving dynamics are in a different class to most of what it competes against. This car is genuinely enjoyable to drive, not just comfortable to sit in. The interior quality justifies the price. The xDrive all-wheel drive system gives you real-world confidence. The diesel version of the diesel variant gives you perfect fuel economy. And the resale value protects your investment in a way that cheaper alternatives currently cannot compromise. The concerns are real. The price is serious. So for parts and services, they're not cheap. And the rear space could be better. But none of those are surprises. You know what you're buying. On the LS performance scale of 1 to 10, I give this car a solid 8.2 out of 10. And that brings us to the end of our review. And if you're still here, please like, please subscribe and share. Let the world know that there is an LS performance doing the things.